Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I'm Sunique and today I'm doing a VR. I've been tagged by Giselle at Madwitch Tarot to do this tag, and it's called hashtag 10 Forever Cards. Now then, I've watched Giselle's video but no one else's, hands up, so I'm going by her instructions on how she's done it. And what I've decided to do is I've chosen 10 decks that where the images immediately came to mind. So the decks that I've chosen, I'll tell you those first. The Tarot of Mystical Moments, which unfortunately has done a disappearing act. I can't find it at the moment, and I will actually put an image, the image of the card that I'm talking about up on screen when I come to it. What else have I got? I've got the Tarot of Oneness by Robin Voicey. In fact, let's just get them out. Yeah, so this one, Tarot of Oneness, Robin Voicey. The Sasarabito Tarot, Stacey Burrington. The Urban Tarot, Robin Scott. The Light Seers, Chris Ann. Tarot, The Unfolding Path. I've put mine in a tin. This is the indie version. I've got the mass market version as well. Mary L Tarot. I'll show Zen. And of course, if you know me, the Everyday Enchantment Tarot by Poppy Paley. And then I have my Thoth Tarot here in its little bag. Yeah, so that's my 10 decks. Now then, what order shall I put them in and why? It's always a problem when you do these things. Okay, I think I will start with the Tarot of Mystical Moments, and I'll put that image up on screen for you so you can see what I'm talking about. And the card that I'm going to talk about, one of my favourite ever depictions, is the Tower card. Now, the Tower card has always been a bit ugh to me. I don't know. I've never really gelled with the image that we normally see. However, this one, OMG, this one, it just opened up the whole meaning of the Tower for me. The way that we try to hold on desperately to what no longer serves us. I mean, for an instance, a job. Say we've lost our job, just for instance. The sheer panic that sets in. You know, we feel like our world has turned upside down. We don't want this change. We're too scared. We don't know what's coming, how we're going to survive, what we're going to do. I've been there, and it's it's so scary. Leaving a relationship. Well, any Tower moments anyway, you get the gist. You're just trying to hold on desperately to what was. You know, maybe you're being evicted. You could see that in this card actually. That volcano is going to erupt. That volcano you have no control over. It's happening. Whether you like it or not, it's happening. And that's, I don't know, that figure just holding on to that dream that is now gone. You can't repair that damage there. You have to move on. There is no going back from that. You have to go forward. It's forcing you to go forward. So that's why that Tower card really speaks to me. I love that card. Where should we go next? Should we keep on with some difficult imagery? Because I think the difficult imagery is the stuff that really really hits home, isn't it? So let's have a look at the Urban Tarot. Now, I've featured this deck quite a lot in my Deacon Walk because I think it's very direct, shall we say. So the card that I want to talk about here is the Devil card, and that's pretty hard hitting, that Devil card. This deck's brilliant. Look at that, the Rock Star for the Knight of Wands, that Pleasure card. Ooh. That Decadence there for luxury. It's just, yeah. Anyway, I'm trying to refrain from doing that, actually going through each deck, because that's not the premise of this VR, this tag. So yeah, the Devil card. We have someone here in a toilet cubicle. Interesting, these little figures here on the back of the wall and on the sides here. Very interesting. And we've got the devil's horns on the back wall there. Yeah, what a devil card. Which leads me on to the next card, which is also the devil card, and this time from the Lightseers. And let's put this, I'm going to get in a bit of a mess here, I think, but yeah. Okay, so this is my third card, and that's the devil card from the Lightseers Tarot. A lovely stick as well as rings. I love that 2 of Wands. Anyway, that's not the card I decided on. I decided on the devil card. So I've got 2 devil cards. He's very enigmatic. He's very hard to refuse. He's got stars in his hair. Is this Lucifer? A morning star? Maybe. Maybe it's Satan, but there's a price to pay. We hear there's strings attached. This is what it's saying. There are strings attached because they're playing us like a puppet. They're puppet master. We see the arrogance in this one. Total arrogance. Would you want it or not? I've got it. Do you want it? You know, the 2 sides to the devil. So the attraction that brings you in the first place. Actually, that reminds me. Let me just, oh, I didn't mean to do this. Let me just show you the devil card in the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. There it is. Okay. I think this tells a story with the 3 devils, doesn't it, you know? Because our dull day-to-day life can feel really dreary. Here we are in the background in very muted colours, whereas the devil is highlighted here in beautiful colours. Offering escape from the humdrum. But here the devil is showing us there are strings attached, and here we see the reality. So yeah, I like that, the way those 3 devils work together. But that wasn't the card I wanted to show you from the Everyday Enchantments. But interestingly enough, I found another rock star as well in the Everyday Enchantments. It's funny how these things echo in different decks. Okay, so the next one I wanted to talk about is the Tarot of Oneness, Robin Voicey, and the card here is the Moon card. So let's just get that one. There we go. So the reason, see if I can zoom down a bit actually, I do hope I've got enough light here. Anyway, so here's our Moon card, which looks lovely, doesn't it? You know, bare trees, bare branches, and an owl and a big moon. Yeah, beautiful, lovely colours. But there's more. There's more. So we can see a spider up there, can't we? Yes, can you see a spider? What else can we see? Let's look a little bit closer. The light will, here we go. I'm trying to see through the camera actually what you can see. So we have got in the branches, can you see that? Yeah, there, can you see that? There's one. Ooh, what can we see here? Turn it around. All these little hidden things, can you see? The hidden things? That's the moon energy. The moon energy is, you think you're looking at one thing, but what else is there? What else is in your subconscious? I love that card. It just speaks so well. It's a beautiful deck. I mean, 5 of Cups. Look at that, you know, looking at her. Not seeing the full picture, are we? Anyway, yeah. Oh, look, we've got some more star energy in the spotlight there with the cameras and the flash bulbs. Yes, I love the way these decks do sort of goes together. Anyway, you know, no, I'm not going there. Right. I have to be a little bit stern with myself while I'm doing this tag. What should we look at next? Okay. Sussurrito Tarot. Stacia Barrington. 8 of Cups. Why this one? What do I see here? Normally we see someone walking away from a situation that no longer has an emotional attachment for them. They are cutting away the emotional attachment to the situation by walking away. Here, they're actually cutting their hair. In some cultures, it's a sign, cutting one's hair is a sign of growing up, if you like. So maidens, back in antiquity, maidens would have long hair, loose and flowing. We see it in a lot of the witch type decks, don't we? Long flowing hair for maidens. We see it in the Three of Cups a lot. With the maiden mother crone energy, you'll find the maiden has got long flowing hair, the mother has the hair cut shorter. So it's a sign of stepping out of maidenhood when we cut hair. But also, it spoke to me because when we decide that we want to be somebody different, there's a tendency to change our appearance. And one way of doing that is cutting our hair or having a new hairstyle. And I've done it myself. I've come out of a relationship and gone to the hairdressers. It just seems a primal thing to do, really. I don't know. For some reason, cutting our hair shows the world that we are someone else. Yeah, we've stepped from one way of being into another. I think it's an outward declaration of who we are now and how we want to be perceived. So yeah, 8 of Cups from the I can never say this word. Sussurrito. I believe it means butterfly. In fact, there's butterflies on there. But I think it does, yeah. Yeah. Beautiful deck. Let's actually go with the Everyday Enchantment. And the card I've chosen is Page of Cups. So we're going back to this sort of childhood energy. But it's a beautiful, beautiful energy, I think. It's joy in the moment. It's present moment living. This little girl here has made a beautiful picture or two. Been having a lovely time with the paints and wants to show whoever they're running towards what they've created, and they're not ashamed, they're not worried by other people's opinions, they're just in it for the joy of it. And I think that's beautiful, beautiful energy. Love it. And if ever you do any sort of art yourself, you get lost in it. You get totally lost in what you're doing, and everything, nothing else really matters. If you look at the Unfolding Path Tarot, their Page of Cups, it just shows me that it's not an age thing, it's an energy. Because this is an older person, which is also the Page of Cups. So just for comparison, or just to illuminate the fact that it's not an age related thing, it is an energy. Isn't it beautiful energy as well? But the actual card I wanted to show from the Unfolding Path is this one. Yeah, so instead of the heart being an anatomical heart, let's put this one away. Here it's on a nightshirt, it's on a nightie, and I think that's brilliant because it shows us that we don't have to wear this, we can take it off, we don't have to be this person. So much like cutting our hair, we can actually take off our nightie, our night dress, and say no, no more, this is just in my head and I'm not going to relive it over and over and over and over and over again, which is what tends to do, because this is an air card, this is a card of the mind. And we have control. We can have control over our minds. We can. Takes a lot, and we've got scars and we're wearing our scars, but we can actually walk away from it as we do in the Eight of Cups. But yeah, I love that. I love that depiction of the Three of Swords. So what do we do? Let's carry on with that beautiful sort of Page of Cupsy energy, although this isn't a Page of Cups that I'm going to show you from the off show. It is the Page of Rainbows, which is the earth element actually in this deck, and it's adventure. And I used this image as part of my profile picture on a tarot forum. It was Tabby Tarot actually when it very first started. I was involved with it right in the early stages, but circumstances meant I stepped away from all that. But anyway, different story. This was the image I used in as my forum picture because it just spoke to me of the adventure that life can be, you know. We're stepping out of this dark forest and into the rainbow light. And I think that's charming. Yeah. Almost got a fool energy, hasn't it, if you think about it. Anyway. I love this deck. It's got so many really good depiction. Anyway, not doing that. One day maybe I'll go through some of my older decks and actually talk in depth about them. I'd quite like to do that. So I know I do a lot of unboxings, but I've got a lot of older decks that I really love. Anyway, Marielle Tarot, the Temperance card. Okay, I love this card. The way that the fire and water energy is depicted coming together here in Temperance. It's a fantastic image. This is the second edition. I've got the first edition as well. But yeah, the energy there, the determination, the focus, which you don't often see in a Temperance card. You know, we see someone just pouring concoctions from one to another cup, but here it's got a very different primal energy. And I think this deck is quite a primal deck, really, when you look at some of the images. I mean, look at that Magician with the Merkaba. Beautiful Emperor. Here we've got another depiction in the Nine of Wands, and interestingly enough, that is also a Sagittarian card. 8, 9, is it 8, 9 and 10 of Wands and Temperance? Yeah. So Mary's brought in the energy of both of those there, and for me it's encouragement. Sometimes I need that sort of energy as encouragement and positivity. And this is the final deck, I think, if I'm counting right, that I'm going to talk about, and this is my original Thoth. And the reason I've kept this till last is come out this card, Princess of Wands. Notice quite a few of the cards I've chosen are actually court cards. How about them? Anyway, Princess of Wands. Yes, we've had the Page of Cups, we've had the Page of Earth, and now we've got the Page of Wands, really, isn't it? The Princess of Wands. So that's interesting in itself. Okay. Yeah, this one helped me through a very tough time in my life. This was one of the first cards that drew me into the Thoth in the first place, or drew me into tarot actually in the first place. This card means everything to me. Absolutely everything. I was trapped at the time in a situation that took me 7 years to get out of, so it felt like I was being strangled. Yeah, you know, this tail around my neck, but if you notice, this creature here is, I think, dead. And so, yeah, at the time I went very deeply into this card, very, very deeply. And eventually I did manage to get away from that situation that involved Leo energy. and Sagittarian as well. So it was to do with Leo and Sagittarius at the time, and I needed this energy to actually move forward. So that's all I'm going to say about it, because it's very personal, obviously. But yeah, this is what drew me into the tarot, big time. Big time. This is why I knew that the tarot was a system that I wanted to delve into, that I wanted to know, because when I felt the power that came from working with this card, I knew this was something I needed in my life, and it has turned out to be very, very true. Anyway, I am going to leave it there, I think, because we're, nearly half an hour in, and that was my VR to hashtag 10 Forever decks. Subject to change. Because there's so many decks I absolutely love and couldn't possibly want to be without. You know, lots of decks that I would immediately buy again if and when I had to. But yeah, for now, those were the 10 that I actually chose. I think maybe if I did it next week, I might choose 10 other cards. But don't blame me. I don't think I'm the only one. Anyway, thank you, Giselle, for encouraging me to do this video. And until the next time, friends, bye now. Bye.